Greetings, Saints, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. I am your host, Barbara Dean Franklin, and today I have the awesome pleasure of sitting with my friend, Bruce Davis. Hey, Bruce, how are you?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I am wonderful. I have to give a little history about Bruce and I. We go all the way back to junior high school, and we went to high school together. He said that he sat behind me in class and he couldn't see the board because I was the tallest woman in junior high school. Is that what you said about me?
Yes, I have. Yes, you have. Yes, you were.
Okay, so today I have Bruce on the show. This will be the last show for the year, and Bruce is the designer and of Beau Dillion bow ties, not your average bow. So, Bruce, I know that in high school you had, was it Mr. Galasco?
Mr. Galasco, right.
And he was the tailoring teacher.
That is correct.
And I know that most of the guys went to the tailoring class, so they learned how to sew and different things and tailor suits and different things for Mr. Glasgow. But I truly believe that even before that, your fashion came from maybe a Sammy Davis Jr. and a Freddie Davis, because your brothers were always so fashionable coming up. Where did you get that? Where did the sewing and the designing come from?
Well, coming up, I would watch them go to school and everything, and being that they had their own monies from paper route,
right.
My mom and dad allowed them they could spend whatever they want, which way they chose. So they would go downtown and some of the exclusive stores, if you can remember, like Cousins,
yes.
Huge Hatches and Sufferings, Lewis the Hatter, and things like that.
Yeah.
So when I saw that at their age, a young age, I said, now that's how I want to look.
Exactly.
So it's been, I have to give it up to them.
Right.
If it wasn't for them, I probably would maybe dress a little bit different.
Well, I just really want to tell you that you definitely have a flair in the way you dress. You can pull some things together. And I have to give, I was instructed to say this about your brother, okay? So back in the 70s, I'm in junior high school. My girlfriends and I, Gilletta Hudgens, Deborah Smiley, Judy Hicks, we enter a talent show at some church over on the boulevard. And so we get into this talent show and we're dancing off of Donny Hathaway, The Ghetto. And it's this guy here, I'm just like maybe 14, 13, 14. So this guy, he comes up to me. He's dressed so sharp. I'm thinking of all the girls he could have went to. He comes to me. He comes up to me and hands me a dollar bill with his name on it. I still have that dollar today, Freddie. I just want you to know that. So he was cool then. He was a player from the Himalaya back then, and he's still playing today, right? Yeah. So, Bruce, tell me a little bit. I know you're going to school for international designs or something, and you're about to graduate. And as I look on this table at all your different bow ties and the things that you do, tell me what it takes to make your bow ties.
Well, first of all, you'll be able to draft. Because of International Academy of Design Technology and the instructions, I'm able to draft my own patterns.
Okay.
I could construct a bow tie out of any type of fabric, and I can make a pattern, draft a pattern to any type of style that I choose.
Okay.
The bow tie, we can use from silk, satin, cotton, jacquard fabric, and we interface them. Some are not interface.
Okay.
Their styles are diamond point, butterfly, straight, and anything I could think of.
Okay, now when you say diamond point, is that like what you're wearing? Show me, because I think, like they have a different, okay.
This is the diamond point style.
Okay, all right. All right. And so when you tie that, it'll come out like this side of your, okay.
And people say, Barb, that, why is this point not in the front? Well, it takes two to make one bow tie.
All right.
So if you, from a distance, it looks like that's in the front.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that's how this is the butterfly style.
Okay.
Okay. It's I can make them the traditional size is 2.5 wide to 3.5.
Okay.
Some of the big fellas, big neck brothers, they like the 3.5 custom style, which I don't.
You don't have
I don't have any. This made out of cotton.
Right.
This bow tie, particular bow tie here. This bow tie here is made out of taffeta and velveteen.
Yes, that looks nice. I like that.
This is a straight bow tie.
Okay. So how does that look? So it's just a small, just a regular little kind
If you remember the Laurel and Hardy,
right? Okay.
Stan Laurel used to wear a straight bow tie.
Yes.
Groucho Marx used to wear a straight bow tie.
Okay. So tell me this. I think that when a man wears a bow tie, he has some type of character and class about himself. It's something about a man in a bow tie, and it's really something about a man in a Beau Dillion bow tie, not your average bow. But why did you start with, I know you're doing other things, but how did you come with the bow tie?
Well, one day I was with a fabulous young lady. We was at a grand opening of a cigar bar.
Okay.
And all the gentlemen there had on bow ties, and I had a tie on. I felt out of place, Barbara.
All right.
And I says, wow, I've never felt out of the men had their cigars and they were looking all clever, dashing, and debonair. And so I says, I gotta do that. I gotta get a bow tie.
All right.
So I got to learn how to tie one.
Right.
So the gentlemen they were taking their bow ties loose and showing them without a mirror and tying them. So that following day, I got about 6 of them.
All right.
And I bought them, and I told the fabulous lady that I was with that I'm gonna learn how to do this. I'm gonna have this for Sunday church. So she came to pick me up from church, and then. Next thing you know, I'm tying this bow tie, and it's like, wow, bam.
Okay.
So after a while, I was knowing that I was in school. I was like, why should I buy them when I can make them?
Wow. Right.
So back in 2009, I just started working around some patterns, making them out of any kind of style that I wanted to, adding a little dash, a little flare here, putting a spin. I'm so sorry that I don't have the ones that I first started out with.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Do you have one of your very first bow ties that you started?
In my
portfolio.
In my lookbook.
Okay.
When I first started out.
All right, that's one of your first ones?
That's one of my first ones.
Okay, that's a very nice bow tie for one of your first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know that you have a Facebook page.
Yes.
What is it?
It's Beau Dillion bow ties,
right.
handmade, and only Beau's bow ties.
All right.
It tells you anything and everything you need or you want to know about a bow tie.
So now tying a bow tie, just give me a little bit about, you said, is it tying a bow tie, is it like tying a shoe, when you make the rabbit ears?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember when we first started out trying to tie your shoe and how that loop was pretty difficult? It's just like doing that.
Okay.
It's just like doing that. Okay. It's just so simple.
Right. I like the fact that you could take a bow tie, and then some of them have your name like Dillion on it. I think that's real clever. How did you get that idea?
I did that because a friend of mine, he said, Bruce, you're going to have to need a signature of something, of the fact that people will know that that's a Dillion bow tie.
Right.
Like Polo has the man and the horse.
Yeah.
Chanel has the 2 CCs.
Right.
So I did that. I'm still working on what will be something that's catchy.
Right.
For Beau Dillion.
Okay. Well, I really like the Dillion, you know, and I like the name Beau Dillion, you know, and especially I like the catchphrase, not your average Beau, because that right there I think will get him every time. So when I'm out, I'm at the Kentucky Derby, okay? I'm having a good time at the Kentucky Derby. I'm with my girlfriend. I see these guys, and they're young guys, and, you know, and they're Caucasians, and they're sitting over there, and they all have on a bow tie. And I'm like, wow, you know, they need to get, you know, onto your Facebook page. So, you know, I need some cards because I'm scratching your number and everything on a piece of paper, and I take it over there to the guys. I say, hey, I noticed that you guys like to wear bow ties. You need to go to this Facebook page. I have a friend. He's doing bow ties. He's not your average Beau. You know, you will really like it. You know, I'm at the restaurant over on Click over down on Jefferson, you know. So I'm in there and I see this guy. He's on the phone and he's with a young lady and he's talking. He's somebody. I think he's a judge. I don't know who he is, but he has on a bow tie. I'm like, man, you know, I need to get him to hook up with Bruce, you know. So I'm scratching your number on a piece of paper, you know, and I'm taking it to the lady because he's on the phone. I don't want to disturb him. Hey, you know, I see that he likes bow ties. I have a friend that designs and makes his own bow ties. You need to give him a call. Everywhere I go, I never look at a man the same now that has on a bow tie, because every bow tie that I see, I think of Beau Dillion. So what is it about your bow ties that you want people to know that, you know, you give a different flair to?
I want people to, what I'm looking to do is make the bow tie more like swing, like I don't try to construct the bow tie to make it look uniform like most bow ties. Right. I wanted to, like I said, I want to perfect in making a bow tie that really pops. Okay. That really
catches your attention.
For example, like when I wear my 3.5 diamond point custom sign, when they flare and they drape, and I was like, it really draws the attention to the female observer.
Right. I believe that.
When I say not your average Beau, believe me, you're going to get a bow tie made to your preference, constructed the way that I want for you.
Okay. Well, you know, I've purchased several of your bow ties. I really was going to wear a bow tie today. You know, I had my bow tie that I loaned to my son-in-law who needs to bring it back, you know, and I was going to have you tie it for me so I could have on a bow tie with you today, but, you know, because I didn't do that, so I just let it go. But I definitely have a friend on Facebook, Lamar Walters. I know that, you know, you talked to him. I asked him, like, what is it about, you know, why a bow tie? You know, why are we going from a tie to a bow tie? What is it? It gives a man more character, you know. A woman, you're right. We look at you and say, okay, he has some class, because, you know, most men can't just pull off a bow tie, you know. So I bought a couple for my pastor, you know. He was in church last Sunday, and I think he said that he saw you, you know, for an event. He had on a bow tie last Sunday. It's something about a man in a bow tie. But when you went into making the bow ties, I mean, was that your, you know, I think I'm on to something right here, you know, because I could give my brothers more character, more class. They could feel good about themselves, the way they carry themselves when they're wearing a bow tie. And not just any bow tie, because I'm a diamond pointed over here. I'm going, you know, rock it this way over here. So, you know, and as I think about it, because I think I called you last week and I said, or wherever, I put it on Facebook, I needed to put my hair up. And I couldn't find a rubber band. So I took your bow tie and tied it, you know, and put it on the side. And I'm thinking, wow, take that and put it on the headband. You
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay. So now you just don't do bow ties, aren't you? And so what else are you doing?
I construct ladies in men's garment, preferably men's garment, but the course of study at my school, we do ladies apparel.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to completing my studies next week, so I can start on really grinding hard on my custom-made bow ties, trying to perfect them and enhancing them more, and doing there's nothing like a custom-made Beau Dillion shirt to go with a Beau Dillion bow tie.
Now, is that a Beau Dillion shirt that you have?
No, this is not a Beau Dillion bow.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say, no, you can't be talking about a Beau Dillion shirt if you're not wearing one. But okay, that's cool. But I had a question I was just gonna ask you. See, you made me miss that question.
Okay.
But no, I know what I wanted to ask you. Are you doing, like, do you tailor? You know, still do tailoring? You know.
For right now, the studies are so tight that right now I only have time for my class work and research and preparation for all my other classes, and then my bow tie.
Okay. How much longer do you have to complete your studies?
Next week will be my last week, the 21st of December. For all my friends that want to know, I'll be out next week, so y'all can call me. I'm done.
Okay. So I have an event on the 29th, and my godson has a tuxedo that needs to be tailored. Can you, from the 21st to the 29th, you think you can make it happen, Captain?
If I'm in town, I've been going hard for 3 consecutive years.
I know.
Without a break.
I know.
And I want to rest for a while. And, you know, savor the moment that I've completed something, that I've finished my course.
You've canceled many appointments with me because you've been so busy and, you know, you had to complete, you know, your studies or whatever. But I know that, so as you know, you complete your studies and you're graduated and you're perfecting your bow ties, and you're doing, like, you know, your ladies, I've seen, you know, the little dresses and the different things that you make. Are you planning on launching your own, are you the next Calvin Klein or Tommy Hilfiger? Or
I'm going to be the next Bruce Davis.
All right.
I anticipate on making the necktie obsolete.
All right.
Because with a bow tie says a lot.
Yes, it does.
Okay, it's distinguished. It gives you classy. It gives you, it makes you look clever.
Yes.
It's a whole bunch of things rolled into one. My appearance has changed so much in a bow tie.
Right.
Studious, you know. So I encourage men. I encourage ladies to get your husband or your significant other or your loved one a bow tie.
Right.
That you see the difference.
Well, my daughter just did a show at Cobo Hall, and, you know, she had, you know, purchased a bow tie from you because also she is a rapper. Her and her husband, they are into the entertainment business. They are artists, you know. Okay, that's what I like to call them. So sometimes, you know, she'll rock her bow tie, you know, when she's out and about. So I think it's a good look even for a woman, you know, sometimes that, you know, you can really rock that bow tie. So as you know, are building up your clientele, if people wanted to get in touch with you, if somebody is looking at this and they say, man, I would really like a nice bow tie, and as I speak of bow ties, you need to have a leopard bow tie in here, you know, so make that your next adventure.
Because Barbara Franklin said so.
That's right, Barbara Jean Franklin.
Barbara Jean Franklin.
Dean with the
Dean Franklin, excuse me.
Okay.
I will.
But listen, how do people get in touch with you if they wanted to get in touch with you and they want you to construct a bow tie that is just for them? It's one that you're not selling, you know, you've never made before, but they're giving you their idea and they want you to make a bow tie. How do they get in touch with you?
Okay, well, they can. They can contact me by phone. They can contact me by email, and they can contact me on my fan page and my group page on the Facebook network.
Okay, so let's go with your phone number. Give us.
My phone number is area code 313-414-2481.
Okay.
And my email address is beaudillon@gmail.com.
Okay. And what we're going to do is that we're going to make sure at the, you know, on the tape that we put all of your information so they'll have your contact information up here. Does anyone else in your family, Beau, does anyone else sew? You know, Freddie or Sammy?
I got into Mr. Galasso class because Freddie was in Mr. Galasso's class at Northeastern.
Right.
And they used to come home. They used to go to school and with their garments and press them on the steamer, and it's just creasing. And then we was the first ninth grade class at Northeastern, if you remember.
Yes, we were. Yeah.
Okay, about hour. And they used, during the break in tailoring, they would be standing in the hall with their nice pressed garments on and everything. And I was like, wow, I got to get in that class.
Okay.
I got to get in that class.
Okay.
So
that's what it was.
Yep.
Now, I just remember I was talking to Yolanda Hackney now.
Okay.
Well, we were Facebooking each other, and I told her, I said, you remember that dress that I made when because I had a sewing class. I think her name was Ms. Whitaker, was the sewing teacher. And I said, do you remember that dress that I made for you? I remember she wore it to school one day. I said, do you still have it? I want it back. That was way back in 1971, because I think that's when we started at Northeastern, being that first ninth grade class. But there were a lot of things that we learned at that school that, that is still with us today. I really enjoy going back every year to the reunion and seeing the faces of the people that we graduated with. So, Bruce, if you could, if hey, fast forward and you are everywhere you want to be, what do you see Bruce Davis, really doing?
I see Bruce Davis making Beau Dillion into a conglomerate.
All right.
Okay, I see Beau Dillion being pasted all over the New York billboards. Right. I just like the names of the fashion designers out today. I see in the ranks with those.
Okay.
I see Beau Dillion being so big, and this is my vision, and I believe in it. And with the help of others, I see it so big, it keeps me up all night.
So what about the young man, young woman who has a desire to make things, has a desire to sew, has a desire to be a designer? What advice are you giving?
My advice to them: sew something every day.
Okay.
Sew something every day so you can really see how it's constructed. Sew something every day so you can get into a practice, so you can learn how to do your concave and convex curves and everything. Sew something every day and research. Find out about the stitches that go good with the garments. Find out what garment goes good with what lining goes good in what garment. Be passionate about it. Right. This is not nothing to play with. I've been going 3 years, and I've been under the tutelage or the instruction of a Miss Jacqueline Floyd at my school, and she just brings the best out in me, Barbara. Okay. She shows you how to properly construct a garment, so after you finish that it will be for sale.
All right.
So for the up and coming person, get your arsenal up. Learn how to sew. Right. Learn how to sew well. Right. Learn how to hand sew. Okay. I did a garment completely hand sewn couture. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
In Miss Jacqueline Floyd's class.
All right.
Knocked me out. It was thebomb.com.
All right.
But if you're interested, young men, young ladies, stay with it. Right. Embrace it. Right. You'll be glad.
Okay, and so even if they have this passion and you want to sew, you got to have the right mindset, right attitude. So you sew something every day too, but you need to know how to treat people, how to network with people, how to give good customer service. If you say you're gonna have a tie ready, have the tie ready. If you're not able to have the tie ready, call the person and let them know. Don't leave them hanging. So it's just not about just sewing. Aren't there other things that people need to learn?
Yes, it does. Yes, it is. You need to have that relationship, that customer. If you promise something on a due date, make sure you meet that date. And if you're not able to, then inform that client that the possibilities of it might be not today, but in a couple of days. Okay. That's important. As you grow, you will have loyal customers.
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Yes.
you want people to, you want to be upfront and honest with them, so and they will be loyal to you.
Yes, yes. And they also not only will be loyal to you because of the service that you deliver, but if you have a passion like you do for what you do, you know, they will also be loyal because you're giving a good product, you know, because you put your heart and soul into what it is that you're doing, you know, and it shows in, you know, what you do. And not only that, because you love what you do so much, it comes out in your flair and the way you dress and the way you carry yourself. I mean, I'm very impressed with, you know, the way you dress, but as you know, you got it from your brothers, you know, because
Absolutely.
I haven't seen Sammy in forever. We just friended each other on Facebook. You know, he got the hat, you know, the red and white, you know, and I don't think I've ever seen Freddie without a, you know, hat to match the jacket or whatever he has on. So
Absolutely.
you grew up in it, you know.
I think that I feel that every man should be comfortably well dressed. Good. I mean, I was just speaking with a classmate today. It says one of my visions is to wear a suit and tie every day.
Right.
Every day.
And it's very rare, you know, wherever I see you, you could throw some stuff together. Or you understand me? When you have on your vest, your sweater, your whatever, you know, you impress me so much. I love going on your page, even seeing what you know, polka dot shirt, and, you know, with the stripe. You just make it happen, you know. And so I really applaud you. And not only, you didn't just start this. You know, this is something that you've been doing for a very long time, you know. And if you know, sometimes if you got to fake it till you make it, if you emulate who you see, you saw your brothers do it. But they worked hard. They earned their own money. They did what they did, and they had their flair. They handed that down to you, you know, instilled in you to work hard, you know, to be different, to set your mark upon what it is that you do. And I think that you come out with a great quality of, you know, I never looked at a bow tie really until I, you know, saw a Beau Dillion bow tie. I wanted to do something different for my daughter as she, you know, she was putting on one of her shows. And you and I met for breakfast. I think it was like we met for breakfast when Pastor had
Pastor Moore.
Yeah, when Pastor Moore at Greater Southern Baptist Church, 8000 Fullerton. It's been a while since I gave a shout out to my church. But, you know, we sat down and I purchased a bow tie for my daughter as well. And as I looked on your site and I saw, you know, it was a young lady, she just had on a vest, you had a bow tie on her, you know. I'm thinking like, you know, that's a great thing, you know, even for the women to, you know, start wearing the bow ties again, for bow ties to start coming back. It gives you a, you know, just a sense of pride and a sense of self-worth, you know, when you're wearing the bow tie. So, I mean, what's next? You know, so you get out of school, you're going to take a break, you're going to rest for a little while, and then you back on the grind of making your bow tie?
Yes, I'm going to, with my photographer, we want to find a sizable building, a warehouse where he can do his photography and I can do my designs, because you need a lot of room because you're working with fabrics, patterns, and things of that nature, and do that and market myself and get really big so I can empower other people. Because in the fashion industry, Barb, it's not all about sewing. It's not all about designing or constructing garments. Okay, there's the retail end of it. There's the merchandising end of it. There's the Photoshop and illustrating, you know. So that's what I plan to do, because when I walk across the stage in
what day?
June of 2013, I want to have record sales in Beau Dillion.
I know that's right.
Custom
I even like your card, because your card is made up like a little bow tie, you know, Beau Dillion, you know, custom made bow ties, not just your average bow, you know, Bruce Davis, E. Davis. What does E stand for? I've never asked that.
Edwin.
Okay, Bruce Edwin Davis, designer and creator, 313-414-2481. Beau Dillion, Beaudillion, gmail.com. So, what else is it that you want us to know about? Anything? Maybe I haven't asked a question that you want to tell somebody about.
I thought maybe you'd ask me. People ask. I had a mock interview for my senior portfolio class, and the table at the on the panel, the people on the panel asked, "Where'd you get Beau from?" And I said, "I got that from my brother."
Okay.
When I was a little kid, he used to call me Bobo.
Okay.
So that name stuck with me, and I was like, as I got older, I was like, Bobo, let me change it up a little bit, and I looked it up. I says Beau, and I saw Beau, and I saw what it meant, and so I changed it to Beau.
All right.
So I was returning home from going to college in Texas, and as I arrived home, one of my friends said, "Beau Dillion's back."
All right.
So that stuck, and it was like, and when I got into International Academy of Design Technology, they asked, "What would your line be?" And it says, "My line is going to be Beau Dillion."
Okay, was it one of your friends from the Brewster Projects that said that?
It was one of my friends, not from the Brewster Project. It was from the Pole Town area.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you know what, Beau Dillion, I think that you are really on to something. I've been to different places where you've set up, and you've had your bow ties. I've seen people purchase your bow ties. I know that it's a quality product. I like the fact that you say, the way that you make your bow ties and put them together, how you have to do each one individually, and most of these are hand done, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you is it hard for you to just like tie this bow tie for me right now?
No, it would not be.
Okay, let me see how you do that.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you look at people and you see the bow ties, you think it's a clip-on, and...
If it's, I know a clip-on, because when it's too straight,
okay,
it's a clip-on.
Okay.
It's a pre-tied bow tie.
Okay.
Okay. So, the proper way to tie a bow tie is, it's just like tying your shoe, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
You would take it over one. You would take it through. Okay. Now you got that.
Right.
And then you would take it through, put this part that's hanging.
Right.
Like that.
Okay.
Take it through. There's a loop in the bow.
And you bring that other side.
Bring it through, just like that shoe you was trying to tie when you was 4 or 3 years old or whatever.
13, whenever you learn how to tie a shoe.
And just take it through.
And just pull it.
Okay.
Okay.
Tug on. Pull.
Okay. Until you get
Tug
it right.
on. Yep.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Pull.
Okay. I see, and you're doing that, and you can't even see what it is that you're doing, and you have a bow tie.
It's Beau Dillion, baby.
And that's what I'm talking about. See, you were born and bred through Northeastern, Greiser Junior High, Northeastern High School. We know how to make it do what it do.
Best time of my life.
I know it was.
Best time of my life.
All right. So what's next, Beau Dillion? You'll be graduating. You walk on the 13th, but you'll be out of school next week.
I'll be out of school next week, and I will be walking. Our graduation will be at the Shriners in Southfield.
Okay, yeah, right on Southfield and Mount Vernon.
Correct.
Okay. I truly appreciate you coming out here and being with me. Tell me something else. Tell me something else that you want your public to know that they may not know about you, Beau Dillion. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
All right.
There's one thing I must say.
Okay.
I am very proud to have been under the instruction of Miss Jacqueline Floyd at IADT. She really got the best out of me. And she really has me inspired and really has me understanding about actual construction of anything.
All right.
That word construction, build,
Okay.
solid.
Right.
You do it right.
Exactly.
Okay. I want to, as I leave that school, that's a bittersweet moment.
All right.
Because will I ever see her again? I hope so.
Okay.
I will miss that pushing and talking and inspiration that she gives me. And I also want to tell the public, I sew, and I sew very well.
Yes, you do.
And it takes a lot to construct something custom made. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to be offensive, but if you get what you pay for.
Okay.
Okay. If you want, don't try to get the hookup on something that's custom made.
Exactly.
Okay. If you want something that that you never had, you know, I suggest that you go to those K&Gs or anything like that, because I've spent a great deal of money and will have to pay back to the federal government to learn a craft.
Right. Well, you know what, Bruce? I think that people who wear a bow tie, who are serious about getting a bow tie, they don't have a problem paying, you know, what it is that you know, whatever you charge. Because, you know, I think I walked out 3 or 4, you know, and I've been over on more than one occasion, you know, to buy a bow tie, and I have not had one tied on my neck yet. Okay. So people who, you know, want a good product, they're going to pay. And that's what I say. It sells itself. You know, you put your passion in it. But, you know, give me a pink outfit, you know, a purple, and let me put this on and tie it up. You know, I got a great product. It's not going to unravel. It's not going to come apart. I'm looking here thinking, like, how did he get these sides to go in together like that? You can look at your product. You could tell that you have a great product. So great product is going to attract great people. Okay.
That's my gift to you.
Oh.
I call that my up bow.
Okay.
Or some gentlemen say it looks like the Wonder Bread package. So that would be imported cotton to you.
Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. May God keep you. I'm praying that in 2013, as you graduate, as you walk, you know, I know that you will never lose your passion for fashion, because that's just what you do, you know, and that, you know, everything you touch will turn to gold, Mr. Beau Dillion. You know, I'm praying that your line will just be a great thing, because I think we need an up-and-coming young black man to, you know, come out here with something of quality and class. You know, you're not going to be expecting people to walk around with their pants sagging. You know, you're wearing a bow tie. You know, you've got to stand upright. You've got to carry yourself well. You know, it's great for them to think about when they go to a job interview. You know, you walk in there with a bow tie, you coming in with some character. You're coming in with some class. I pray that everything that you want, that in 2013, that God will be able to bless you with it. I know that you deserve nothing but blessings, because I know how hard you grind to get where it is that you're going, you know, so you just keep doing what it is that you do. You know, I'm hoping after next week you can relax and enjoy yourself and just sit back and look at every time you stuck a needle in your finger trying to sew something, you know, that pain was worth everything that you went through. I thank God for your teacher, you know, Miss Jacqueline, what's her last name?
Floyd.
Miss Jacqueline Floyd. I thank God for her, because it's people like her who inspires others to keep on going. You know, my favorite teacher at Northeastern was Miss Betty Hines. You know,
yes.
I love Miss Hines. If it was not for Betty Hines, I probably wouldn't have graduated. Then I graduated, and she was able to give me a job, you know, taking care of her son until I got on my feet, because I was pregnant, you know, after I graduated from high school. So it is good teachers who see something in you that when you don't see anything in yourself, that keeps speaking life into your life. And
Absolutely.
So as you go about becoming that great teacher for somebody else, make sure you remember everything that Miss Jacqueline Floyd gave you, and then you pour it into somebody else. All right?
Yes.
That's a bet?
You got it.
All right, then.
I can stand on that.
Okay, well, I'm going to thank you again for coming on the show. I want to just say one more time to, please call Beau Dillion if you want a custom-made bow tie, however you want it, if it's Wonder Bread or loaf of bread, a thoroughbred is going to be making it for you, though, okay? So call Beau Dillion at 313-414-2481. Beau Dillion.
I gotta
at gmail.com.
I must not forget this person.
Okay. All right.
This person saw my work and she put him on a New York-based magazine.
Okay.
Miss Cynthia Williamson, wherever you are in New York, I want to thank you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for thinking that enough of me to put me in your fall edition of Bridal Tribe magazine. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Cynthia. And, I think that nothing else but great things will come from you. So, again, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. Get back on your grind. Make it do what it do. And, you take care of yourself. And definitely, we are not strangers to each other. So, once you graduate and you come back with another line, we'll go from Beau Dillion, bow ties to the little headbands. Now, when you sell the headbands with the bow ties, I want like 2% of.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
You got it.
Because I gave you that idea.
Okay. You got it. You got it.
I want to thank the public. This will be my last show for the year, and there was no way that I could not end it with my very good friend, Bruce Davis of Beau Dillion Bow Ties. I want to thank you all for sharing this awesome opportunity with me coming up in January. It will be 1 year that I have been doing the Barbara Dean Franklin Show just on a whim. Someone asked me to do this, and it has become my passion. I hope that the shows that I bring to you have been a blessing to you. If there's something that you would like to see, definitely contact me and let me know that. My website, www.Women in Power Cross the Paths. You can always leave a message there for me. What is it that you would like to see? I pray, God, that in 2013, everything that you're expecting and believing God for, that God covers you, that God keeps you, uplifts you, undergirds you, and provides you with the power to move forth in this world and be a blessing to somebody else. God bless you. God keep you. I love you. You understand? Okay.